Hello Internet! Welcome back to some more Bazzle Stadium Live. We're back with this Trick Room team that we're going to be using this week. And hopefully we can just push on through and get towards Master Ball. As you can see there, my my win-loss ratio is absolutely abysmal. But that wasn't with this team. That was me trying out a different team that I was planning on using this week. But it went very, very, very wrong. So we're here using Trick Room. And this is, as I mentioned yesterday, this is the team that I built quite a while ago now when when Lipid got Prankster, when that bit of software came out, Home Bank, whatever it's called, where we could pass some more abilities down. Yeah, so I mean, like, it's not a solid team. It is a very hard, very reliant on Trick Room team. But you know, it's kind of fun to go through these lower ranks with, I suppose. But, I mean, this guy has got 2 ghosts. He's got 3 Pokemon weak to, 4 Pokemon weak to Rock, actually. So Gigalith and Trick Room looks very good here. If we can manage the Rillaboom there. So maybe the combination, we want to get Gigalith and Torkoal in together. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? And the faster we can do that, the better. Now, if he leads with Togekiss and Chandelure, there is a way that he can 100% stop me setting up the Trick Room. So I'm hoping he's not going to do that. Otherwise, we'll just go with these. Delmise is normally a Pokemon that I do bring very often, but his team looks quite hostile towards Delmise here. So the reason why I said he can stop everything, he can stop Trick Room 100% with Togekiss and Chandelure, is he could have Imprison and Trick Room on his Chandelure, and the way that you could get around that, you know, from my point of view, is going for a Max Guard and a Copycat for the Trick Room. But if he leads with Togekiss as well, because Togekiss's Follow Me has got a higher priority than Lipid's Prankster, you know, Copycat, then instead I will Copycat the Follow Me instead of the Trick Room. But instead he's led with Gengar and Chandelure, so this could still be Imprison. So I am going to go for the Dynamax, Max Guard, and okay, there's a Mega Evolution here, and Copycat. It is the Gengar. Ooh, look at that. That's the first time I've seen a Gigantamax Gengar. Ooh, look at that. That's nice, isn't it? That does look pretty cool. So let's see if he tries to go for the Imprison, or if Chandelure just goes for a Trick Room of its own, which it very, very easily could do. But at least we're max guarding, so if he does G-Max Terra or CLAYDOL, you know, the effect isn't going to be getting to us. And if he does target the Lipid, then we'll get ejected out, because we've got an eject button. So here's Trick Room. So now if Gengar moves next, we know that the Chandelure is trying to Trick Room as well. Okay, good. Shadow Ball into the Protect, and a G-Max Terra into the Protect. Brilliant. Brilliant. So now what we can do is we could go for a Sucker Punch onto our own CLAYDOL to activate our weakness policy, and then bosh one of these things. But what I'm thinking is the worst case scenario for us here is their Chandelure reverses Trick Room, and I can try and prevent that by just going for a foul play and Max Quake into that slot there. This goes wrong if the Gengar attacks my Lipid, because I have got the eject button, so I would get ejected out before I can foul play him. But no, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's great. So if we see the foul play come in next, we know that yes, the Chandelure is trying to reset the Trick Room. And obviously I'm doubling it because I'm expecting the Focus Sash there. And yeah, he is trying to, that is exactly what was happening. So good, very, very good. So we're still in Trick Room, and this Gengar, I mean, as nice as you look, Gengar, you haven't done anything just yet. G-Max Terrored into a Max Guard and Max Guarded themselves. Rillaboom, maybe, is the most threatening thing he's got for CLAYDOL now. And there it is. Okay. I could I could just, you know, announce what's going to happen. Preemptively, can't I, in this one? I mean, I could Sucker Punch myself here for the weakness policy boost and get the guaranteed knockout on Gengar. But I kind of want to do it and Hailstorm the Rillaboom, because what we've got, we have got stuff in the back that is a little bit weak to the Gengar. So maybe I should just do it into the Gengar. Yeah, let's just do it into the Gengar. Just because we did see that the Gengar did max guard last turn. Unless it switches out, this is a guaranteed knockout on that slot. We know that the Focus Sash was on Chandelure, so it's not here. And if he knocks out one of our Pokemon, we've got the Torkoal to come in and threaten the Rillaboom instead of, you know, trying to go for a Max Ice. I'm thinking that the Max Hailstorm might not, even the +2 might not have knocked it out because it could be Assault Vested. But we'll see. Drain Punch, actually. Alright, well, sorry Lipard. Actually survives, but now it's getting ejected out. So this is working out, you know, perfectly as this team is designed to do. Now the Torkoal comes in, we've still got Lipard around, and CLAYDOL is still at full health as well. So we could maybe, if things fall our way, potentially Trick Room again if we need to. Okay, Arcanine. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, Eruption, Max Quake. Or Earth Power. As Torkoal remembers, CLAYDOL remembers that it's actually a very, very tiny Pokemon. Yeah, 2 more turns of Trick Room, so it's not like I need to try and, you know, fancifully reposition myself into a way to get Trick Room up again. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I could go for an Earth Power into Arcanine, or I could try and double into the Rillaboom, because I have got Gigalith in the back, which will just beat Arcanine. So yeah, I think I'll do this actually. I'm gonna go hard into this Rillaboom right now, which doesn't have Protect, so maybe it is Assault Vested. It doesn't survive the Eruption though, so maybe it wasn't, but making sure we did get the knockout on Rillaboom there just makes, you know, sure that Gigalith definitely wins in the back. Yeah, I mean, could have been an Earth Power into Arcanine there, could have been finishing this game a minute earlier, but doesn't really matter. Okay, so yeah, just Earth Power now. And this is the turn that we swap Torkoal into Lipard. And Earth Power, just because if they do Protect, we can Fake Out and Trick Room the next turn and just win from there. Yeah, okay. So that was a pretty straightforward game, and really nice to see Gigantamax Gengar, although it didn't do anything, unfortunately. And really nice to see the the Sucker Punch weakness policy business work out with our Lipard and CLAYDOL as well. So yeah, successful game. Climb a minuscule amount, and we're almost level with Wind and Locky. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not even going to mention the team that I got all those losses with. It was just an utter failure. So yeah, let's just gloss on and move on to a different subject. So yeah, I mean, this Trick Room team does have some weaknesses. I mean, all of the inherent weaknesses of like a hard Trick Room team, of like, you know, the things that can stop Trick Room from getting up, you know, flinches and stuff to prevent Trick Room. but also, and smartly stalling Trick Room out as well. But also, like a Snorlax, Snorlax and redirection. We can't really beat Snorlax with this team, unless maybe we don't get Trick Room up and we can like foul play it somehow. But anyway, this guy's got a really standard looking team. No obvious ways of preventing Trick Room aside from maybe the Dragapult he'll go with. So I'm going to go with Liepard and Hatterene this time to do the copycat business. Torkoal is good for Excadrill. Delmise is good for quite a decent amount of his team actually, so I think Delmise, yes. But Delmise, and we could go with CLAYDOL, because that also hits the Excadrill and the Conkeldurr and the Dragapult, but I'm not sure actually, because the Sun would be good for. We'll go with CLAYDOL. The Sun would be good for weakening Milotic's attacks as well. So, I mean, there was a phase when everyone was using Coil. I mean, people still are using Coil Milotic, but just leading with Coil Milotic in front of these hard Trick Room teams. And, you can't fault them for it, because it just makes it so bulky. They can just hypnosis everything and just stall out the Trick Room turns like that. So, wouldn't be surprised if we did see Milotic leading, but we don't. We see two Pokemon weak to Fairy leading, so they can't be too happy to see the Hatterene here, you would imagine. So I'm going to go for a Fake Out into the Grimmsnarl and just try and Trick Room. I think this Hatterene isn't minimum speed, so I'm just a little bit worried about if I was maybe not actually slower than the Conkeldurr. I'm just thinking if I maybe just go for a Dazzling Gleam instead. No, I'm going to go for a Trick Room. The team is built around Trick Room. You must Trick Room Barry. So Fake Out, no Dynamax is on his side either. Oh, that's an Eject Bomb. Okay. Clever, I suppose. Excadrill maybe would want to come out now. Milotic maybe could do some business here as well. It's that's another Fairy weakness, mister. And the Mach Punch. A Mach Punch. What was you expecting to happen there? Was he trying to break Masash? And Grimmsnarl can't one-shot Hatterene with anything. So, like, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but it worked out for us. So I won't complain. And now we can just Dazzling Gleam. I mean, we could G-Max Smite, just in case the Dragapult Dynamaxes and it's got a weakness policy, I guess. I'm a little bit worried about that. So yeah, I'm going to Sucker Punch the Dragapult, and I'm going to Dynamax just because Hatterene is in such a good position here. Like, it's so tempting just to go for a Dazzling Gleam here, but yeah, something's going to take a G-Max Smite. It's going to be the Grimmsnarl. But yeah, so tempted to go for a Dazzling Gleam here, and in hindsight, maybe I should have, but at least the Conkeldurr's going to be confused here. At least I knew that by doing this, Hatterene was going to survive the turn. But at the same time, by not doing that, I am kind of wasting my Trick Room turns a little bit. This is one of the things about a hard Trick Room team like this. You really need to make the most out of every turn of Trick Room. It's the Conkeldurr that's Dynamaxing as well. So a Dazzling Gleam wouldn't have knocked the Dynamax Conkeldurr out. We'll get to see who is faster here as well then, too. I'm hoping I'm going to be moving first, else, a little bit of a failure setting up Trick Room for him. So, yeah, Sucker Punch fails, that's fair enough. So, yeah, G-Max Smite, we are faster in Trick Room. No screens or whatever that might have been wanting to do. Conkelda's confused. I mean, this is another reason why GMAX Smite is just so nasty. Because like, if he hits himself here, which he doesn't, just give me a free switch into something else though, because I'm assuming he's targeting the lifer. Then yeah, that's one of his very important Dynamax turns wasted. So next, we know he's got Dragapult, but I guess the worst thing for Hatterene would be the Excadrill. So I'm going to put the CLAYDOL in here, I think. I don't think he'll bring out the Dragapult again. Oh, it's okay. So, whoops. So that's the Milotic. So Dhelmise would have been better here, obviously. I could swap CLAYDOL out for it, but again, that's me wasting some turns of Trick Room. But maybe I can't afford to. If he does just Muddy Water here, that would be giving me my weakness policy on Torkoal. I keep calling CLAYDOL Torkoal, but I think I will just swap into Dhelmise here and go for the G-Max Smite or the Max Mindstorm. I think they're both the same power. Yeah, so we'll go for the Smite into Conkelda, because if he doesn't max guard, that would be confusing his Milotic, and the less my opponent moves, the higher the chance I have of winning the game. It's as simple as that. It's not an Assault Vest because it's burnt as well, so it does actually just one-shot it. And now, because we have got Phantom Force on this Dhelmise, as long as we don't get an accuracy drop here, we're looking very, very good to take the game, I think. So I'm expecting a Coiler and Muddy Water. Okay. Is just okay. Well, there you go. There you go. I can't remember if it was a game that that made it onto YouTube or not, because not all of the games that I've played have been loaded to YouTube. Some have been like just poor quality games, so I've saved you the struggle of watching them. But in one of the games, someone yawned into my Hatterene. Maybe that was on yesterday's video. Maybe it was just one of the games that I thought was too stupid to put on. I can't remember, but maybe if you saw that, then you'll know. But this Milotic literally just hypnosed itself, which I'm not going to complain about. 2 more turns of Trick Room as well. So because the thing cannot wake up the Milotic, I am just going to double into the Dragapult, and then on the last turn of Trick Room, I can Phantom Force to get the guaranteed knockout on his Dragapult if he didn't protect it. If he did protect it this turn, but yeah, look at that. I mean, that was a Gyro Ball, and it one-shot Dragapult. That wasn't even a Phantom Force. That was a Steel move Gyro Ball, because we've got the Steel Worker ability, and we have got the Iron Ball, which makes us very, very, very slow, which makes Gyro Ball more powerful, obviously. So it's a really powerful attack, actually. But yeah, okay, game is won, really, isn't it? We'll Phantom Force on this turn, and just to be funny, we'll Giga Drain them, get a bit more HP back. Yeah, there we go. They have the forfeit the game. So there we go. I mean, quite a quick video, not even at 20 minutes, but I guess that's what happens with such an offensive team. It's not a fast team, this, but it's offensive when you get trooping them up. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. You know, it's nice to be winning some games again. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, please like and share, and maybe actually give me some suggestions on what I can maybe try and build something around in the future as well. I will read all these comments as well, don't worry. Yeah, just because like I am struggling to sort of think about what I'm going to use in the future, and you know, it's like they don't want to see the same stuff over and over and over again. So we'll use this team for the rest of the week, and we'll see if I've got anything by the time we get to next week, basically. So thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow for the next installment of Bazzle Stadium Live.